Okay. Good morning. I'm as usual, 3 sheets to the wind. What is all this? Piece of crap. Yeah. Yeah, discard post. Forget it. Okay. Okay. What's going on here? There. I'm here. Ooh. There's always something going on. Okay, got this going. So, this morning I'm going to do, before I start coloring page 97, maybe I'll wait a few seconds for people to stream in. By the way, on my banners, I might as well help my friend out. Dylan Kovacs. He's got 9 days left on his Kickstarter campaign, and it's going. It's doing real well. It's 150% funded, and that means he's adding all types of cool stuff as stretch rewards. So you ought to go over there and get you some of them, because some of them are pretty cool. And if you like European comics, European comics, just comics, but that is a slightly different sensibility to European comics. Sometimes they're really nice. I love them. Anyway, I've seen the previews for Millen's work, and it's really nice. And so you ought to go over there and get yourself some. So there are 5 people watching. So I'm going to show this video I have, in which I did custom word balloons, which is what I always do. I do ad hoc custom word balloons in Photoshop, because all these cookie cutter ones that you have to figure out which one's going to fit and everything like that, it drives me nuts. I don't do that. Open up QuickTime. Okay. Well, there's QuickTime. Okay. 80s, page 87 word balloons. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So here it is. Let me see. I just kill the sound on it, because it sounds irrelevant. And I'll do it like this. Okay, that's good enough. So here I am. I'm going to get off the screen so you can actually see what's going on, and then I'll just do commentary on what's going on while I'm there. Okay, let's get started. So what I do is I get the ellipse tool, and then I produce, and I try to make sure it isn't got a black background, because sometimes it opens up the black background. These squirrely little things go on, happen all the time. Then I give it a 3-point stroke, and I create a little round object. Then I copy it. And so we're on a layer by itself. So I copy it, and then I paste it again. And I move it over here, and I give it a couple of, this time I resized it a bit, so it'd be an ellipse instead of just a circle. And then I put it up there. You know how, like in thought balloons, you'll have, it'll look like a bunch of, it'll look like a little cloud. Anyway, that's what I basically build. And then I I select them all using that second pointer, and then I use the transform shape right there, the Pathfinder shape modes, and then I just click on that, and they blend together. Now, once you get it done, then you go and find yourself your. I'm using web letter BB font at 34 points, or something like that, and then I have them. Okay, and then I write it, and I do a couple of these in this video. It's only about 7 or 8 minutes, I think. Anyway, I write the whole thing out, and then I position it on there. And invariably, it doesn't fit. Sometimes it does. Yeah, I think this would fit. And then I create sometimes this works real nice. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, then I finally found that one. Okay. I'll get rid of that one. Whatever is there, I get rid of that. Then I give this a white background and a stroke of 3. And then I position it correctly, resize it, then I have to twirl it around. Sometimes, yeah, that time I think it worked. And then I put it over there, and then I do the transform, Pathfinder transform shape mode thing over there again. And you have to select them both, so use the, okay. Don't want it to be too big. Then I select them both. And I use the Pathfinder, and I blend them together, and that didn't work. I think I was up there in the text things. I had to redo that. So that's not too bad. Hey, you make boo-boos. So I put it down there on the correct one, and then I think I do paste in place, or no, I don't. I just bring it up there, redo it. And then I select them both, and I use the Pathfinder, and I've got myself a word balloon that's not cookie cutter. And I do another one here. I'm going to just go with that. But the second one is not the correct shape. It could be a little bit better. So and I go and make myself another couple of layers. And then okay. So I do that. I thought I was going to. So we're just got to make another one there. And then I resize it a tiny bit, I think. And I copy that. And I paste another one over there. And I do several of these, I think. Yeah, several of them. And then I select them, and I use the Pathfinder to blend them. And then I make myself, I think I usually label every layer so that if I have to go back and I have to do editing, then I actually know where the heck I am. So this is panel 1, text 2. And then I write the text. I try to block layers as I go along. And I write the text. Reposition it. And it's not going to fit. And that's really that's the whole point of this little demo, is that you do the balloon, it doesn't fit. So what do? This is what you do. You go back to the balloon layer, and you do another one of those things, and you lay it in there, and you can pretty much tell it's going to fit. There you go, and then you do another balloon layer. Another balloon shape. Just paste it in there. I'd have to do one right up there where it says have. So I've got some space there. I think I bring it down a tiny bit. Yeah, bring it down a tiny bit. And then I choose them and I do the Pathfinder. I've got myself a nice little, this time I didn't have to go through all that. And so I point it a little bit and I make it a little smaller, bring it over there. I'm still in the correct, I'm in the correct panel this time. Correct layer. And I make it, I don't want to make it too big an arrow. And then I put those together and I've got it. And that's how I do custom word balloons, because I don't, you can get cookie cutter ones and you can make them yourself beforehand, but they're not gonna, you have to go looking for them. You waste all types of time just doing this way. At least that's the way I see it. Anyway, that's over. That's the way I do that. So this morning, I think it was last night, I was looking at this drawing. And I noticed that some of the folds in the shirt right over here I didn't like, so I did some drawing on it and I didn't scan it. But that's okay, I'll just look at this and draw it on the fly. So just and okay, where's my, there we go. That's way too big. Okay, how did I do that? Oh yeah. I gotta get in black. Connect those a little bit. But clumsy this morning, all right. Okay. See those commercials on wrinkly clothes and grandparents in the closet trying to put a box up on the shelf. The kid being all freaked out because he thinks his grandparents are doing something that should be doing in private. And anyway, everybody wore wrinkly clothes back in that time. Nobody had permanent press. So a little bit of I have to look at this real careful because okay, D. Yeah, look at this again over there. I got some. I need to maybe work a little bit on the some blacks and just use some of this more like it was ink. No. Okay. Little blue boy's hair should be, yeah. La, la, la. And probably over here too. Got that done. Do a little bit of that. Let me see. Didn't do a whole lot of, I think I did this on Friday. I did my highlights. I don't think I did all of them. Okay, let me see. So I should probably do this bottom panel and do this over here. And I guess I've mentioned it before, but there's always people that are watching that never seen you do this before. Put this tonal layer over here. Because in classical painting, you tone your canvas because that way you don't have to deal with the white too much. You want to get rid of the white of the canvas because it gives you skewed results in your color. And then you work out all your problems in drawing in monochromatic tones. And we know this from seeing unfinished paintings from the Renaissance and beyond. Two good examples be the Adoration of the Magi by Leonardo that left unfinished. A bunch of nuns commissioned him, then he just didn't finish it. That really ticked him off, I'm sure. And then Christ Before Pilate by Rembrandt, which is unfinished. It's all monochromatic. It's in browns and blacks and whites. And you can see what they're doing is that they're working out all of the drawing problems before they apply glazing. And that's pretty smart because how are you going to fix all those problems every time you put on color? You'd have to redo it, everything, and drive you nuts. Anyway, Renaissance artists are real smart. So that's how probably guys like Jan van Eyck in Chancellor Roland and the Virgin and Child got such incredible realistic results, hyper realism in everything by doing a monochromatic painting that is absolutely perfect. And then you worry about the color. And you'll notice if you look at like Chancellor Roland, is that all of the color is, especially in the foreground, the areas where the main figures are, all the color is in zones, in particular shapes. And so you create this perfect area in the painting, and then all you have to do is color it. All you have to do is make it this one color with certain small variations so it doesn't look dumb. And that's how they did it back then. And that's how artists do it a lot in the academic realist painters do it all the time anyway. Impressionists didn't do it that way because they were, what's that? They were, they weren't going for hyperrealism. They were actually looking for an unfinished look. Okay, now I didn't do this, so I should do this. That. Okay, color. Shadows. Choose that like that. I usually put these between the two, and then I'm just gonna. I need to open up something I did last week so I can steal color from it. So let's go on page 93. Okay, this is a good one. Things get a little bit darker now. We're in brush tool, and it's okay. I got it in multiply, that's good. Okay. Go, Joby. So I read it just a little while ago. Jack Nicklaus and his wife got the virus in March, and they recovered. They're both around 80 years old. Boy, sure glad they got okay. I don't know anything happened to Jack or his wonderful wife, who, in addition to being great in the world of golf, have helped so many children in their children hospitals. Like down here in Miami, they took the Miami Children's Hospital and renamed it the Nicholas. It's really after her, because I'm sure it helps bring in the funding, the donations, by having Nicholas's involved. They help out a lot of kids. It's good to have them here alive in this world as long as we possibly can. Such good people. Is that it? That's all my skin tones. Goody. Okay, now let me see the color of that horse. Where was I? Oh yeah, I had them last time. Page 96. Let me open up page 96. Is this 97? Okay, 96. Okay, that's the color of that horse. Right there. I realize I'm almost a month ahead in my preparing pages because I released 3 pages this morning. It was 86, 87, 88, and I'm working on 97. So about 3 weeks ahead, and if I get this done, I'll be 4 weeks ahead. If I get these 3 done, I'll be 4 weeks ahead. I like being a month ahead. Don't like having to scramble to get this week's pages done. All this will end as soon as I get up to page 148. Then we're done. We have to think about other things like the next book, which I've got the story written out, but I need to do the script for the comic. And that's one of the advantages of getting a month ahead is that you can actually find the time to do it. There's all types of stuff going on in this world. I'm teaching online, and I'm way ahead of that too. I've got my entire course laid out. All I have to do is grade papers, give lectures. It's not too bad. Don't even have to grade tests. Heck, tests are online, so I don't have to do anything other than calculate them. That's not too difficult. Oh, did I do that right? Let's see. Yeah, I should get rid of some of that color there. Just, yeah. Hello? Okay. Yeah, kind of. Well, I'll do that now. Yeah. Okay, let's get Joby's hair color. Joby's got kind of sandy colored hair. More, 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 more. Oh, come on. There. Okay, I like that little feature in using multiply. It said you can increase the value of the do. Let me see. What color did I use for the background of that? Yep, that's the color I used for the background of that. So I better use it over here. Always modify it, but that's gotta. It is a weird thing that as you get deeper into this kind of stuff, since you're doing both the art and the writing, how much you uh, start to realize how much creating dialogue for comics is so similar to writing poetry because you have to really pick and choose your words really carefully because you don't have a whole lot of space in which to actually work, create words. You know, you can't just fill these panels up with words. I've seen some people do it, but it doesn't work. You got to have some space for some drawing. Otherwise, it just gets, silly. And so you really have to choose your words carefully, and it almost becomes like poetry because you want to create some kind of rhythmic lyricism in the way you create all the words and everything like that. So then you start to really hone in on storytelling, and then I think that's when you really get into this thing about creating graphic stories. They got to fit all together. Can't all just be drawings, and nobody wants to just look at drawings. It can't be just any kind of story. It's got to have all types of things going on it, subplots and plots and themes going through it, and the overarching theme. You're not gonna talk too much about that. That's what the reader's supposed to be doing, is just figuring that out himself. Did I do that this time? Not really. Oh well. I can do it like that, yeah. Just do it twice and it'll fill in real nice. This might be a real simple page to color. I have a couple of pages I need to actually draw. Along the way, when I was doing the book, I skipped a couple of pages. I had them, but I just didn't like the way they looked, and I had to keep on struggling with them. And they're only in the sketchbook, so I gotta draw those. So soon, I believe, I'll have some video, which I'll just show myself drawing it from the scratch on the bristle board. Getting it up to this point, just the black and white, and then I'll show that whole thing. Hoo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Okay, over here. Okay, got that. But I have this over here too. Clean that up a little bit, I think. Always fix those edges in a few minutes. Like to get this out of the way. Okay. Okay. Let me look at something. It's July 20th. Okay. Okay, right. So, kind of color. Well, I should have blue skies shining at me. Blue skies, do I see? Okay, now I should do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. So I want to get all the blue sky in there. Look at that. I've been a boo boo. Oh well. Okay. A little bit of smudge in here will help. That here. Must be some white over there. Or yellow. Anyway, nobody's just touch that up. I can't do that. Maybe I just do this. Yeah. Okay, and then la, 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 what I have? Oh, I had that in the shadows. That's stupid. Oh well. I don't think I had a whole lot of. Yeah. I had some tone over there. I guess I did. And it's appropriate to use a little bit of the burn tool, which I have been not using a whole lot, to do the underside of those clouds. Let's not just. Okay. Should do the same thing up here if I have some. Yeah, I got some. I won't go for the cloud effect here, simply because it's just not enough room. We just crowd them up. No reason to do that. Thing here, nope. Okay. Ground. We got ground. Where's my ground? Yeah, I guess that's my ground. Okay. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Ooh la 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 la. I should just fill this in by hand. What the heck? Not gonna hurt me. I can do some variations on all this later. When I got all the what in the if I was doing this traditionally would be flats. So I have all that done, and I just don't get into flats. I just too much don't have enough time to mess with all that. This is actually easier for me, and it's more like how I'd do it if I was. I see what I got to get distracted and did that. Okay. This is like a little Guernsey cow. So Guernsey cows are almost pinkish color. Actually they're a beige color. So a pinkish beige color. They're real pretty cows. As cows go, you know. Well, I read an article about the way they raise chickens these days, and decided to go back to veganism a little while back because it's just easier to handle your diabetes as a vegan. And I tried the meat thing again because there are certain things you can't get from just vegetables. I'll just have to figure that one out myself. But man, you want to think about new breeding ground for viruses. Think about chickens whose feet never touch the ground, never are anything other than in a cage, crowded and crapping on each other. Sorry, I think I'll just have myself a soy burger. Try that color for the old Guernsey cow. Yeah, that's about right. As I remember from what my father used to say, and hey, my limited experience living on a farm, you didn't kill your cattle. You had some cattle, but mostly I think milk cows and something like that. You got milk off of them, milk and butter and stuff like that. And you had meat. It probably was chickens. Those chickens didn't grow up in cages. They went outside and did all types of stuff. And glad you had them. But you're eating mostly beans. It's mostly what my pa said. They ate all week, and that's what they eat in this story: beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Heck, it's real good for you. Beans and cornbread. Mm-hmm. A little bit of smudge in here. Okay. I'm going to give it some characteristics of watercolor. And cows have real pink tongues. Yeah, they got real pink tongues. Oops. And I probably should use the old eraser on that part. Oh, oh, I've been doing this all the time. Well, it doesn't matter that much. I was going to use okay. I make some boo-boos occasionally, actually more than occasionally. Okay, worse things have happened. La, 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 la. I like this new version of Photoshop because it saves to the Creative Cloud servers automatically. I don't have to worry about whether or not I've got a version saved in case something squirrely happens, which is not happening these days. My newer computer, my new 27-inch iMac, which I truly love. I know they're coming out with a new iMac this year. It's going to be really nice and everything, but that's for you high-end, upper middle class, don't have to teach for a living kind of guys. I'm happy with this. I'm getting live stream that looks like exactly what I'm doing on the computer screen right in front of me, and I can't ask for anything more. I don't need 4K Photoshop, not really. I'm doing cartoons, but I'm called to duty. Let me see. Might want to get rid of this little line right here. That kind of bothers me. Yeah. See if I can do something there. Probably can't. Well, oh, that's, yeah. There's the color, and then, okay. That didn't work, so I can do this. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to do this. Yeah. Oh, come on. Aren't you paying any attention? There, that's a little better. Okay, that's not so bad. Yeah, let me see. What do I have left? Oh, well, got the horse color up here. It is better that I just do the entire screen instead of just doing the application window. I noticed last week. Be doing all types of things that I thought I was sharing, and it didn't come about. Nobody saw it. Okay. Joe B's probably got brown eyes. Like that. Okay. Joe B was wearing a certain color outfit, which was like this. Not like Luthor color. So we'll give that to him. And I need to size that brush. Adobe's clothing color. Zoning outfits the same way, so I should probably do this whole thing so in case there's some kind of a color glitch. Printing doesn't, you don't see This little islands, pools of color underneath all the black. Okay, we got this. Okay, and up here. Pardon me. Okay, and what's all this? Okay, we have to do that. I forgot that. I don't know. I did. Ooh, I was going through the Prelinger archives, and I found a beautiful video of Milton Caniff doing comics, his comic strip, Steve Canyon. I don't know when it was done, but two things struck me. One, that Caniff was an amazing inker. Man, he used a variety of different widths of brushes. It's all brushes and ink back then. And it was just a natural thing with him. He did not belabor it. It was like ding, da ding, da ding. And he was a lefty. He was a left-handed guy. Which I love the fact that Bill Caniff, probably one of the handful of great comic strip artists, along with Foster, Raymond, Caniff, of the action adventure thing. They were the best. Raymond, Caniff, Foster. There's nobody like them. They were just tremendous. And I like the fact that he's a lefty. You're a lefty, then you know that we're a little group that bands together because the whole world's against us. They build all their little machines for righties, even guitars, which really ticks me off because I had to, when I was learning the guitar back when I was a teenager, it all had to be done right-handed. Yeah, I gave up the guitar and you can be a guitarist or you can be a cartoonist. So I do know some artists who are outrageously good guitarists, like Peyton Kelly and Giuffredi, Cesar Giuffredi. Hot guitarists, really good, and also outrageously good artists, but I'm not in that category. I can either do this or I can do that. I would have had to give way too much of my life to being I can't play the guitar 3 hours, 4 hours a day. I've got a ukulele sitting on my wall. I play occasionally, but it's going to take up the rest of my life. And I'm happy it's going to do that. It's way too involved. I worked awful hard on it for a long time to get to the point where I actually could do this. Glad I waited till I was an old man. I did silly stuff when I was young. I haven't got time to do silly stuff. We do. Well, it appears I have. Let me see. Let's look at this. It's a full page. Well, that's not too bad a full page. So let's start thinking about shadows. They have to have absolutely no, no black in. I don't want them to be a cool color. Oh, they want it up here. I like cool. I like cool shadows. Okay, now let's go back to looking at it. We get a lot done today. I get started on page 98. We know we'll be doing page 100. I have to do it live, though. One cool thing is that StreamYard now has a feature where you can do live. Oh, that was bad. Live streaming from your phone, and I do all the little things that I've done. Which I've done video of me drawing the base pages on Bristolboard. I've done all my video with a Samsung S9, and it works out real nice. I paid a lot of money for a digital digital camera recorder. I find my phone does as good a job. It weighs a whole lot less, so when you put it on a tripod and set it up to record, it's a whole lot easier to do. These drawings are a little primitive. Sometimes I do things real carefully, and then I just do these pages. Okay. Okay, let me see. Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Oh, look at that. Down there, I didn't do my little crazy shadow thing, so I better do it around here now. Yeah, make it smaller. That's a little better. I don't know how much better, but okay, a little bit of that. Okay, where was I? I was over here. What about there? Yep. Shadows. Okay. Well, I've only been doing this an hour and 13 minutes or so. Look how far I got. Wild man. That didn't work. Oh. La, 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 la. Guess I could just do a little bit of drawing on here. For anybody, I don't think. Okay, there I might just get a little crazy. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. The hatching here. Hatching makes the world go round, at least in the world where there's eggs. Unintended. Say it again. In the world where there are eggs, hatching makes the world go round. Let's see. Go on there. Okay, what do we got going up here? What's going on with the clouds? Shadows in the clouds, I think I can. The smudging up here. A little bit of smudging. Smudging here and there. Use that multiply function to the advantage. Just have that as simple background there. Okay, what do we got here? It's like an incredible page. That's one thing I forgot. Okay, got that done. Okay, save that thing. Now I've got another page I should be doing. I have another page I should be doing, which would be 98. Where's 98? 98. Oh yeah, I guess I got that. Yeah. Work on that. Rub my arm. Okay, here in the toned area, I do my own dodging thing. Da 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 da. And widow and grandpa are going off to get married. This is where, for me, the story gets to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm starting to have fun. Okay, so what I forgot to do here. Okay, a little bit of smudging here and there. Smudging up here too. And then let me see. Probably should a little bit of dodging in certain places up here. A little too much. Okay. So back to color. Color of our Guernsey cow, right about like that. Where am I? Page 98. Yep. So here's our Guernsey cow. Let's get a little closer so I can actually see the dang thing. When I was doing research for the book back in the 2000s, well, I hadn't milked a cow since I was a little boy, so I've forgotten everything about it. But my brother spent a time as a dairy farmer back in the 80s, and so I wrote him and said, "Tell me all about milking cows." So he told me everything about milking cows. Fortunately, you don't have to use too much of that knowledge when drawing a comic book. You don't have to really describe it. All you do is just make it look like the guy's got a hold of the udders and something's happening. Whereas in the book, I described it in detail, exactly the way my brother described it. You got to be real careful too, because the dang thing will kick you in the head, which happened to my sister-in-law a couple of times. So they were doing dairy farming. That was the end of that. I am not doing this anymore. You hit me in the head. We're out of here. Sell the place. Let's get out of here. And once you get, that kind of stuff going on, it's back to the city. But invaluable information for me when I go and do this comic. Well, do this. Wasn't a comic book at the time. It was a novel. Glad I didn't publish it as a novel. It's much more interesting as a comic book. Never could have done these things. Okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, it was a spitting image of my great grandfather James. I made him the spitting image of my great grandfather, who had a long handlebar mustache. Everybody did. And he's a, boy, he looked like a frontier type. Dang. He was really, and I still have some of his features, and like the structure of my cheeks and stuff like that are like his, though his were really pronounced. Where you'd have these crevices right in this area here, and man, he looked like it looked like one mean son of a gun, but he was as sweet as all get out. He was just the sweetest man. My father said it was just there's nobody better than him. Isn't that the way of? This is my father's recollection of him as a grandfather. Grandfathers dote on their grandkids. think my dad was his first grandchild, so what do you expect? And there's, let me see, I gotta make sure that, make it clear that old Blue Boy's wearing breeches instead of long pants. Yep, which means I gotta do a little bit of editing here. A little bit of editing there, just so I make it clear. That wasn't very good. Hell, why don't I turn this dang thing? Don't try and go against the laws of nature. I can't seem to do vertical lines very well. That's not so bad. I could have done worse. Oh, I'm still rotating. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, 134 minutes. Doing pretty good. Dee, 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 dee. Okay. Okay. Let me see. What kind of. Well, that's probably shirt tail riding up here. Paul, what kind of color? Paul's gonna be wearing his famous. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I gotta open up page. What? 53. 553. Well, nope, don't want that. Page 53. There. Pause. Jacket cover. Yeah. Probably should be a little like that. And we go color, 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 color. Okay, special color for that. So over here at page 97, I had that color barn, so I need to go back over here. Use that same color over here. Brush, so I'm going to do this all day. The Browns only had one cow. They weren't cattle people. They just had a cow so you could have milk and butter. Medieval times, peasant, your cow, slept in the kitchen at night. That was your most prized possession, is your cow. So you had to make sure that the cow didn't get stolen in the middle of the night. So you had yourself a cow in the dadgum kitchen. I'm sure the mess must have been horrible in the morning. But I guess it's better to have your cow stolen. Guarantee you, life in medieval times was a lot smellier than it is now. We engage in all types of deodorization for our entire environment. And these people lived in a much, much less inviting environment than we do. We can't get the slightest whiff of an unpleasant odor, and we go ahead for something to spray it with. Couldn't do that back then. I think it was the French that invented perfume, because everything stunk so bad. Napoleon once wrote to his wife from the battlefield. He says, "I will be home in 3 days. Do not bathe." So, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Now I think I know what it means. They liked the way Josephine smelled, unbathed. Of course, Napoleon's a creep. Napoleon was a creep. Major order. He's a thief and a murderer. So we can't take Napoleon's predilections as a barometer for what's good and bad, what's preferable or not preferable. But it's just one of those things. He wanted Josephine to stink to high heaven when he got home. Well, we would say, "Hey, you stinking girl, go take a bath." We sometimes forget that Napoleon was the first modern dictator. Many came after him. But it's not much different than Nebuchadnezzar invading Jerusalem and taking off everything. And what the heck was the Vikings doing? Robbing people, killing them. Seems to have been a tradition throughout the old world. I guess it's now you just loan them a lot of money, a small country a lot of money, but they can't pay it back. You take over their infrastructure. And I won't mention which country's doing that, but It isn't us. Maybe. That wasn't smart. There. Try to get that done right there. Blend that later. I think I'm just going to fill this one in and work on the little things later. Variations of that greenish thing here. Well, that's not what I wanted either. Oh, I see. That's that yellow stuff underneath. Oh, there's a little bit of arm up here. Okay. And then a bit of a brown shoe down here. My beautiful wife outside. Should be. Shouldn't be out too long today. It's not that hot today. Yeah, that's right. Nothing. Now, let's color our buggy here. Should probably be like that. That's still the color. See, how many automobiles do I have in this? I have one automobile, I think one or two automobiles that I draw in this book here, this one book. Later on in the book, there's a Model A or Model T Ford that I draw. Had a whole lot of fun doing that. This is 1914 Arkansas. There aren't a whole lot of cars. Back then, people were still doing buggies. Especially if you're poor, you're going to be used for cost $800-900. Get a car back then. That's a lot of money back in teens. A lot of money. It's like a $20,000 car now. More like a probably like a $20,000 car now. And people like this, they're not gonna invest in a car. That'll come later in the American experience, but in a place like this, under these conditions, nope. Now, some lawman might have a car, but not people like this. Uh-uh. Uh, let me see. Let me see. That's it. There. Okay. Okay. Da-da-da. Might as well go with that. After that blue sky. Okay, no black. Let me see. cover all this up, then I can play around with it. Oh, I just did. I lifted my pen. Well, okay. Sort of fix that. Sort of. Let me see. Get rid of this one right here. No reason to have that there. Then, oh, not that. This. I'll just dodge some of these clouds. Okay. So probably down here, just to make it more interesting, just tap with the smudge tool. Just tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. So I get a more reasonable facsimile cloud instead of just a drawing. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. So let's just steal a little bit of color from this here. I can steal from myself. And we're on color now. There's color there. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, look at all this. Just, I have to use my smudge tool to blend these areas together in a few minutes. I will have to use my smudge tool to blend these all together in a minute. I keep muttering. I'm the grand mutterer. Doobie-doobie-doop. Okay, better. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can smudge that together. What was that? That'd be that. Brush settings, layers, no layers. Okay. Smudge that a bit. Okay. Let's do a little more thieving. Not there. Big dummy. I'm getting a basketball. Oh, basketball Jones. Yeah, eyedropper. Okay. Give it a little water. But it looks like when you do this, just like hit it with a little water. Little bit of water. So go back and steal some more. See if that works. Oh, this is real multiply. It's like, all you seem to be able to do is deepen the value. Oh, well. So we'll deal with what we got. Since we're creating facsimile watercolor, so we'll go for it. Now, one of the good things about this is that when you're doing this watercolor, coloring, stuff like that, you can just start drawing. So you're not just limited to whatever you did in black and white. Yeah, using smaller brush strokes, a little bit larger brush strokes down here. You get that feeling of space is receding. Okay, so we got that. Now we have to do side of the road. Side of the road. So I'm going to start doing all this. Remember, it's February. Even though Blue Boy's a tough character, I don't think he's wearing his coat today. So I remember I don't have him wearing his coat during this story arc. There's no green grass nowhere. Green just doesn't come around for a couple of months. So you can have all this grayish stuff. Every time I go back home, here's always be in January. Everything's gray. Ooh, about howdy, I'm so glad I don't live where everything goes gray during the winter. I don't like rolling basketball. There. I prefer it to be green all year long, flowers all year long. Sometimes I'd like to see a little bit of snow on the ground, stuff like that. But snow's only fun for like the first couple of days. It turns into slush and it's just a mess. I don't like it. I don't like that part of it. I live without the slush. But the morning after a large snowfall, boy, that's beautiful. That's just really gorgeous. But I don't want to mess with the rest of it. I made a boo-boo here. I should have. Let me see, get rid of the tone here. Should have had that right there. That's not too bad. Okay, with that down. Let's start messing around with these. Bits posts. Probably should dodge that a little bit. And then go in there with that color, so it's a little more believable. Okay. That's looking believable. Okay. So I should probably do something to this up here. Yeah. This is a weathered old wagon. Don't get too busy with this. You want to have some sections that are kind of, quiet. Yeah, that'll do. Now we got, let's do the same thing down here at the edge of the road. Kind of better. People see the whole thing. well, let's steal from the same source. Yeah. Well, probably do a smudging here just to kind of quiet this area down because you don't want it to be too busy because then it just starts to advance. Real busy areas like this spatially advance if you don't quiet them down. So you gotta do that. And maybe we should grab some of that. Just down here. Okay, I forgot to do the sky over here. Oh well, that can be fixed. Okay. Okie doke. Getting this. Okay, I'm gonna take a tiny break. We'll be back in a second. And didn't take long. Okay. So we dodge the clouds a bit. Here I need a little bit of a smudging of these cloud edges because they're a little too linear. Make sure you don't destroy my Wi-Fi connection, sweetie. Make sure you don't destroy my Wi-Fi connection. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do this up here in color. Okay, now this shouldn't be too difficult. Get those horses colored in a few seconds. Ugh. Put my headphones on so I can talk a little bit easier. I think I've been muttering too much. I'm a real mutterer. A mutter. Okay. So now, yeah, keep that in there so I can actually look at the effects that I want. We have to do some drawing in here. Hey-dee-dee-bo-bo. Okay, not so much, too much complexity towards the figures because you don't want that to interfere with the. Okay. I saw a Lone Ranger episode over the weekend, just happened upon it. And who was there but DeForest Kelley as a sheriff going after the Lone Ranger? Good old DeForest Kelley. He was a little bit younger. Probably had to be about mid-50s or something like that. So there's our good friend Dr. McCoy after the Lone Ranger. I tell you. So should I go down here and do a little bit of drawing? Let me see. I'm not sure I should have done that. Uh, oh, yeah. It's smooth. That edge right there. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Back here. Well, let's just use some of this color for the, I like this color for the horse. That's a bad color for this. This is too close to the color of the ground. So Yeah, way too close. So let's maybe try color that mule. Yeah, maybe. Let's just fill her in and see what it looks like. Well, at least it doesn't call attention to itself. Yeah. In fact, it doesn't call attention to itself. Not a bad thing. Yeah, you don't want these horses to become the star of that panel. A little bit of a problem right there. Fix that. Ah, nee, 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 nee. And I think I should probably do some smudging of the horse. These horses are a little too linear. So maybe some of this smudging should go on up here too. I'm not so sure about that. I just leave it alone. Well, maybe what I should do is dodge some of this. Get rid of some of that visual noise. Maybe. Anyway. Okay. Uh, what do I have here? What color hat did old daddy wear up here? That color right about there. I need a little bit of color on Papa's hat. But that wasn't the color I wanted. What's going on here? There. And pause pants colors. Do 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 do. rolling wagon wheel, roll along, sing your song. La 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 la, wagon wheels. As a kid, I loved the Sons of the Pioneers. Roy Rogers. You ever watch Gunsmoke? Character Festus Hagens, played by Ken something or other. He was a singer with the Sons of the Pioneers, which makes him awful special. He's purported to be one of the nicest guys you ever meet in your whole life. Just nicest fellow. Died in the 90s. Died fairly young, which is real sad. But hey, everybody goes that way. Nobody gets out of here alive. Not that we like it, but that's the way it is. Okay. And grandma and grandpa have to have some color to them. So grandpa over on that page was wearing that color. So I'm going to give him that color because I'm lazy. Nope, on the color level and a little smaller. And grandma is just going to be wearing a grayish outfit. And grandpa will be wearing a slightly grayer hat. And she'll be wearing a slightly bluish hat, I think. Nope. It'll have to be in the, let me see if it can be greenish. What the heck, I kind of like that color. But yeah, I gotta get rid of that little bit of over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that little bit. And then okay. And so what was Paul's hat? Paul's hat was like that. My wife is talking baby talk the dog again. We do that a lot. Which actually is an old way of training dogs. When you're really commanding them, use a deeper voice. But when you're just interacting with them and you want them to know that you're pleased with them, you use sort of a lilting baby voice. And that way they know what you're, since they don't really understand what you're, my dog does understand some English words. When you say the word cheese and he's underneath a piece of furniture because he loves to get underneath there because it reminds him of a den, he'll come bounding out, cheese. And if I say it too loud now, he'll be running into this room. Dogs are not dummies. They don't understand nuances and stuff like that, but you give them, if you use the tone of your voice to command them, you get a lot more out of your dog. Your dog will understand that change in tone and behave accordingly. If they behave at all, it's another thing. I had a collie who never behaved at all. Well, he never obeyed me. He just never obeyed me. Sometimes he would, but rarely he would. But we loved him so much, it just didn't matter. You got a collie. Collies can do no wrong in my eyes. They're so beautiful that we just fell in love with the dog so much that it didn't matter if he chewed up the furniture when he was young and when he's teething and everything. We'd come home and all types of stuff been chewed on, everything. We just, so what? You can replace furniture with that dog. Oh boy. Dog's worth more than a couch, more than a sofa or the leg of a chair. Leg of a chair don't mean nothing to me compared to that dog. All right. So let's use some of this color up here for over here. No. Okay, I think I'm going to do the same thing over here. I need a little smudging going on here a little bit. A little too busy. Okay. Yeah, I can do the same thing over here. Okay, I think it's shadow time. Yeah, something tells me it's shadow time. Yep. Okay, let me see. Shadow. Should be a cool shadow. I like bluish shadows. Don't want okay. Got no have no black in it. So okay. Oops. Okay. Okay. Okay, shadow time over here. It's not going to take too long. See, I like having a cool shadow because when you got these warm colors, it helps to make it a little more interesting. Okay, put all this shadow here, this area, so that it's not just pencil. And it unifies everything. Okay, what do we got? Okay. Save that. And that's a wrap. So, let's see, what did we do today? Let me see, since I'm not just using application here, I can see what I did today. They go together pretty well, except one's going to be the last page. in the it's gonna be the last page in the here. I had to do that. It'll be the last page in the well, it'd be the right hand page of a spread, and then the other one would be the oh. Jiminy Cricket. There. They won't be across from each other on the page, but that's okay. Boo, 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 boo. So I'm gonna go over my little custom balloon thing again right at the end, just for the fun of it. Open up QuickTime. Okay. So where's open recent? Well, open up recent. Okay. Right there. And there it is. That's good. So, oh, turn the sound down because it's useless. I'll open up. I put a layer up here. Oh, it's a little. It's not. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. Let's stop this. Here. This is probably a better screen recording. Yeah, it's a better screen recording of this. Yeah, okay. It's a little longer. I don't have to show the last part of it, but you get you don't get fuzziness from it. You get full HD. Okay, so I open up I pick white, and I create then I 3-point stroke around it. I create a circle, and then I turn it into an ellipse. Though I copy it, then I paste it, same layer, and I position it where I want it, and then I turn it into an ellipse. That's too big, and the same thing here. And then I do several of them. I think several of them, I'm not sure. No, I did just one there. Then I use the Pathfinder shape modes, and I label my layers. This panel 1 text 1, and then I get my text, which I change from Myriad Pro. For some reason, it's always Myriad Pro, and I go down to Web Letter PB, 34 points, and then I have aligned middle, and then I put my stuff up there, and then I do my text. And on this one, I don't have to modify the word balloon. But another one I do. And that's the cool part of this. And I create my pointer, which takes a second. And I'll do it right at first. I have to bring that down there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Turn that into a filled with white with black 3 points around it. And then I resize it. And I turn it around where it should be. And I bring it up there. I think I make it a little smaller because it's just, you got gargantuan right there. Yeah, make it a little smaller. Bring it up there. Choose both of them. And they use the Pathfinder to put them together. And I made a boo-boo because I put it up on the text one, but that's easy to fix. What you have to do is select it, cut it, bring it down there, and then paste it again, and then bring it back up there. Choose both of them again, and blend them with the Pathfinder. And then I make another couple layers. Take a do. Yeah, I'll make a couple of layers, another couple of layers. Lock those both because dang thing has tendency to choose the layer it wants to on its own. Create an ellipse. No, don't want to do that. Create an ellipse. And I copy it. And I bring it down there so I can see that I've copied it. And I do several more of those. I think I want to do one more. And I choose them, all three of them. Use the Pathfinder to blend them together. I label my panel 1, balloon 2. And I'll label that panel 1, text 2. And then I get my text. I lock that. Get me text. Put them there. And then I put in my dialogue. And then I realize it's not, the balloon's not big enough. So what do you do then? Simple. Put it over there where you want it. That's okay. Then you lock that, select that, and then you start pasting some more ellipses since you've already got them in your clipboard. You just keep on pasting them till you get all of the text properly within a proper word balloon. And I bring that down a tiny bit because it's a little too high. Then I choose them. I blend them together. And then I do my polygon tool. And this time it actually works. I create this or that. And I think, I did all right there. Made it a little smaller. Then I blend them both. And now they're together. And that's how you did it. That's how I did it. And I'm going to stop right there because that's where it belongs. I had some stuff over here I got rid of later. Anyway, you get to see a high definition version of that. So a cookie cutter, same word balloon, or having a whole library of word balloons over on the side and everything drive me nuts, because you just use all that time. But you could just simply do it like this, and you get custom ones, and especially when you like doing thought balloons, it's a lot easier to do this way. Anyway, that's how I did it. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. Photoshop. Did I? Oh, makes me mad. Where's my preview? Yeah, preview's got this. Stop that. I'm sure I have this. Yeah, somewhere. Artboard. This is pay. We see how that make you mad. Anyway, doesn't worry. So here I am. I will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Yeah, short day tomorrow because I teach, and so that's how I do my custom doohickeys, and then I have my 97 and 98 I did today. So I'll be doing 99 tomorrow, and I will see you on the other side. Goodbye. Oh, before I do this, I'm not finished yet. I might as well show you what I did this week. Encourage you to go over to Blue Boy Brown, because I did some work on this week. I recolored this, did a little, put a watercolor texture on the bottom, underneath it. Did this, renamed it Blue Boy Brown Comics Chapter 1, because I didn't have Chapter 1 when I first started this. And then I put a tone over it, so it's a little more yellowish. And let me see. Then I did the next page. Did the same thing with that, though I didn't do a whole lot of changes to that. I did a whole lot of changes to that. And then I'm working on, comic chapters. I'm on chapter 5. The widow kills a chicken or two. And then I'm on page 86 is the first one of this. First one of this week. And then there's this one, which is where I got my custom balloon video, and then this. So we'll take a look at them. There's a Patreon thing here. You can become a patron. The first 10 patrons of Blue Boy Brown get original art from the comic. They're running out. I've only got 4 left. So if you subscribe to our newsletter, you should also try to subscribe. But if you do this, you get original art. And then you can also subscribe to my newsletter. What you do is put your name in there, and then I send out cool stuff there, and stuff like that. And then or you could also contact me, D, and then there's an About Me page. Tells you that I was written about in Comics Journal in 1985, and they Dale Luciano bemoaned the fact that I'd left comics, and I just came upon this. A friend in a party said, "Are you the Dave Taylor?" I said, "What are you talking about, the Dave Taylor?" Because there was another Dave Taylor, who's a lot doing superhero comics, Batman, all that stuff. So he's far more established than me. I was back in the 70s, maybe the first Dave Taylor. But anyway, so that tells the story that was the comic that I did back in the 70s. And here's the first thing I did for Blue Boy. And so I just tell the story about how I got to where I was. And so this will be coming out as a comic sooner or later. We'll see. So that's what I was just thought I might as well talk about that and promote that a little bit. Heck, it's at blueboybrown.com. Let me put the banner that would be on. Yeah, it's right there. Good old blueboybrown.com. So if you want to go take a look at that new page is out. And so now I'm going to end the broadcast after 3 hours and 5 minutes. And so I will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Goodbye, and take care of yourself. Stay safe.